Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here with another 1 versus 1. Zerg versus Zerg. I am still in Diamond League. I think I'm like 11-0 or something. Which I guess isn't high enough to be promoted into Masters, even though that's what I've been every single season since. So hopefully this will be the game. We'll find out. My opponent is going to be Laconic from Pro Era. It's going to be a ZvZ. And I've been playing a lot of 1v1s lately. Not like 1v1 ladder, but like OBS and like micro-macro type shit, which is, I mean, it's silly, but it helps with your mechanics and stuff like that. So I feel like I should not be losing any matches when I'm being matched up against Diamond players. So hopefully that's the case here. But in ZvZ there is a lot of potential cheese. I do like to go hatch first, which is kind of a macro cheese in ZvZ because 10 pull. Pretty good against hatch first if you didn't notice. What is my FPS at? FPS, my frame rate. It seems a bit choppy. But yeah, I do like to go hatch first. And my ZvZ's been pretty solid. My ZvZ's always been somewhat solid, fairly solid, like my poop. So I've never been too worried. Let's go ahead and have fun this guy. And a giant U2 back at me. Awesome. You just noticed the skipping around because I had to restart fraps. I feel like I say that every single time, and I feel like I say that every single time. I can put my overlords in a forward position because it is Zerg versus Zerg. I'm not going to have anti-air for a long time. And let's get the hatch down. And we don't want to wait too long on the pool. Normally against other races I'd wait until like 16, sometimes even 17 out of 18 to start my pool. In ZvZ, even though it probably wouldn't matter against a 10 pool, I'm going to do it at 15 out of 18. I say it wouldn't matter because the 10 pool would probably just crush me either way. So start the pool now at 15, and I always like to micromanage my drones, tell them to go to specific patches, make sure there's 2 for each patch, because around this time is when you hit 16 harvesters, and 16 is when you start hitting diminishing returns after 16 is. So you always want to make sure there's 2 on each patch, because a lot of times they will be idiots, see, just like that, and try to run to a patch that already has plenty of workers on it. Just like this, you want to force them onto there. So now I have 2 on each patch, and ideally I'd like to transfer right now, move all my drones to the expansion, or the drones that start being created now. But unfortunately that's not always, you're not always able to do that because the expansion is finished. But I'm going to move that guy down there anyway, just because, you know, get a head start on it. I'm going to start rallying all my units to the hatchery now. And we do have some lings on the way, which is, those are some pretty late lings, so I'm not overly concerned about it. We're going to start some lings of our own, as well as a spine. I feel like a spine is a good bet in this situation because I see lings coming. That means I do have a better macro opening. I just need to make sure to not to die. And it's really going to be on him to make something happen now. If he doesn't take advantage of his early aggression with the lings or with whatever build order he's using, then he'll probably be behind. So we've got the 4 lings out. He just got 2 lings. And is he going to try to kill the drone? Nope, he's not. He's just going to run around in circles, apparently. I don't know what the purpose of that is. And his hatchery is a bit slower, it would appear. You can see that my queens are already coming out. I'm going to do the inject thing, get the speed. And I don't usually, when I go hatch first like this, I don't usually pull off drones from the gas at all. I do want to keep him an overlord to check out his overlord or his drone count. And you guys need to be in a forward position. I don't need these overlords in my base. Now, these lings are kind of in a dangerous position. We know that he went a more aggressive build, so he could get speed. So it's kind of an overextension for me to send my lings out like that. But because he did get aggressive, and I know I'm probably ahead in the harvest count, I'm going to get a baneling nest fairly fast. Not fairly fast, pretty much on time, I'd say. But we're going to keep an eye out on the mini-map for any lings running my way. Now the cool thing about having a baneling's nest and a vision on the map is you don't actually have to get a lot of lings. You can always react to him sending his lings. So if he sends like 20 lings right now, I'll always just be able to make banelings in time. And if he tries to make his own banelings, that gives me time to make more lings. Just because he has to sit outside, he has to wait a little bit. I can start some spines. It's a pretty tough situation for him to actually, you know, catch me off guard as long as I'm watching the map and as long as I have my baneling nest up, which is what just came up. I don't see many lings on the map. Still not a lot of lings. I should probably send these guys to scout now that I have. Let's go with the lair. We're gonna go mutas. Let's probably send him to scout now that I have speed. And we're just going to keep on making drones. I don't see anything crazy out of him. Hopefully we can get into his base and scout him just to make sure. And he's going to be doing a run by. He's going to see the lair. So that's going to mean he's going to either drone up a ton. There's some banelings. Looks like he's going kind of defensive too. He's got a lair as well. He's either going to drone up a ton or be aggressive. Looks like he's going to take the droning route, droning/teching route. So hopefully I can get my third. Hopefully my macro's just been better in general, and I can get my third before him. So let's see. I've got 20, 18. Gonna want to get this third down here. It's easier to defend, I believe. And let's go ahead and get an evolution chamber, just for you know, like +1 attack for my lings or something. Because when you're running around trying to skirmish stuff, that's gonna be very useful. And see if we can deny this base. Actually, looks like we will be able to. That's always nice. And let's start our Spire. It's most likely going to be Spire on Spire in this situation at this point in the game. And I don't really need to make a lot of drones right now. I'm just going to make a couple to get the extractor started at the expansion. And that's because both my bases are saturated. And this base doesn't really need to be saturated that well, mainly with just drones, or just the gas. So I think I'm looking pretty good. My third was up way before him. Looks like he is getting some banelings, some defensive banelings. I'm going to get another spine because, like I said, minerals aren't that important in ZvZ. It's more about the gas, so I really want to make sure to start those geysers and have plenty of supply. Looks like he's starting his third now. He's making his extractors as well. Have plenty of supply to start my mutas, which are going to be finished soon. And I'm like 99% sure that he's going to be going for, let's see if I can kill this banling. I think I'll be able to. 99% sure that he's going for a Spire. I should probably double check, but I'm bad, so I'm not going to. Couple more. And let's start an Overseer. And we probably want to get these Overlords back, just because, like I said, he's probably going Spire. Gonna get an armor upgrade. Muta versus Muta, you always want to get an armor upgrade. And see if he is indeed going to Spire. My gas has started way sooner. I'm going to put a Spore here and a couple Spines, because this is really, like I said, I don't need the minerals, and that's really going to be the base that he goes after. And let's just start making more and more mutas. There's the mutas. Okay, so we know he's doing that. So I think we're looking good. The gas was quicker. Our gas was quicker. I do need some Overlords. And the only thing I'm concerned about is maybe I'm getting too many upgrades, like that upgrade and the Overlord speed upgrade. I got the Overlord speed just to try to save these Overlords. I don't know if that was worth it. And so he might actually be ahead in the gas count because I'm, you know, using so much gas on just random upgrades that I don't necessarily need. And he is really going crazy for those Overlords, isn't he? I think I can kill these mutas. Nope. Yeah, you better get out of here, punk. Cut you. So now it's really just who has the advantage in the muta count, who can make stuff happen. Let's see if I can, really going for it, isn't he? Let's keep making mutas. Actually, want to see if I can get a base here. See if he'll let me do that. And if I can kill just a couple drones on the gas and stall his gas a little bit, that'd be great. I'm going to be doing that right now. Trying to just kill his gas drones. Killing all but one, it looks like. So that's actually really good. And depending on how fast it takes him to replace them, that's just like, that was amazing. I made a lot of drones. I didn't need to do that. I made a bunch of drones. I really want to focus on my Ling control right now because he can do a lot of run-bys with Lings against my mutas. Notice how I'm not really trying to be very aggressive with my mutas, because if I get out of position with my mutas and he has more mutas, then he can always just really screw me over. So I really want to get some more Lings. Let's go. Oh. He's out of position now and I have more mutas, so this is, I don't know if this is a good move for him. He's fighting my spores. Yeah, this is a bad move. I think. Oops. Yeah. I would assume I have more mutas. Yeah, okay, I've got plenty of mutas. Now this is basically GG. I just won the muta war. And he just basically just went all in with that. I've got another base on the way. He's throwing away mutas. And he did kill a lot of workers, but like I said, minerals don't matter, and it looks like I'm able to instantly resaturate all my gases. So that's good. And these guys are going to be saturated as well. So he's got to either make a switch or try something really drastic. And when I say switch, I mean like a switch out of mutas. He's kind of in trouble right now. He lost all of his mutas, making a bunch of lings. Yeah, I figured he'd go for that. Send my own lings over there. And he's still going for this base. He's overextending with his mutas, and that's really dumb. He's just going to lose like 2 or 3 mutas here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You can't overextend when you have a limited muta count. My lings were able to mop this up. I just had to replace those. And he overextended. I had the third much sooner, and denying that third with those couple lings was pretty huge. And he also invested in some banelings, whereas I went for the +1, +2 attack. But the +1, +2 attack I feel like has a longer potential for, you know, doing well than the banelings do. Just because you can do so many link skirmishes. But I kind of want to see how much he had mined out of the third base. Let's say I had about, what, 1950 or so when the game ended. I want to see how much he had mined out of his third. Let's find out. Yeah, so I'd say I had about 300 more mine than him on these two gases combined. So that's 3 mutas, obviously. I probably had my main and natural mined faster, and I was able to get more Zerglings because I went more macro build. That's at 15. So he might have been a little bit faster at the natural, but overall, I think my third being faster was just good. And also, he attacked into my Spore with those initial mutas too, which is kind of a mistake. But that's pretty standard ZvZ for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something about it. I know you've been wanting some 1 versus 1, and that's gonna be it. So thanks for watching.